Hello and welcome back to JERO production. This is Björn, my name is Jens, and today we want to talk about our Hp Ca Jig series. So we have the Hp Ca single jig, double and maxi, and the practice is by every jig similar. So Björn, what is an Hp Ca single jig? What can I refill in it?
With an Hp Ca single jig I can refill several kinds of Canon cartridges and HP cartridges, non-printhead.
Okay, and can you show us how it works?
Yes, of course I do. The first thing I have to decide which kind of cartridge I want to refill and choose the right insert. Then I can insert this one into the jig from this side, and the insert centers the cartridge in the jig. I have to close the cap, take the syringe with my ink in, and the next step, I create a vacuum and press the ink in.
Okay, the most important thing is to create at the first step an vacuum and then press slightly in, not only press the ink in. And so Björn, is the cartridge is full? Yeah, we have no gap between there. And so if you release the cartridge out of the jig, so if you have there any leaking?
You don't have any leaking, because the last move you have to do is pulling the plunger 1 or 2 millimeters backwards to get the air pressure correct.
Can you show our customer that there's no leaking?
Of course.
Okay. Well, that's be fine. But on the other side, on this method, so you will overfill the cartridge like here. And the most important thing after the refilling process is to put this cartridge on a table and let the overfilling amount of ink drop out. So Björn, how long does it take in the practice?
Depends on the size of the cartridge, from 10 minutes to half an hour.
Okay. So you show this by an CLI 8 series, that will be fine, but here I can see if the cartridge is full or not full. But if you refill a big HP 920 or the new PGI 525 series, you cannot see is the cartridge full. So is there any trick that you see if the cartridge is full?
You can check the weight after you have refilled the cartridge.
Okay, I have to remove out of the jig. That takes a long time. So you show me an other trick that when the cartridge is prepared in the jig.
Yes.
So can you show our customer how it works?
Yes, of course. When the cartridge is still in the jig and the syringe is on the top, I can pull the plunger up, and if there is no air bubbles coming out of the cartridge, then it is full.
Oh, that will be fine. And so we see here a couple of different inserts, and what can I do with it? So you choose here the insert C1, and we have H1, C3, H2. Is this for the other cartridges, or?
Yes, we have different types of inserts, one set for Canon and one set for HP, and the complete list of compatible cartridges which can be refilled in the jig is available on our homepage.
Okay, and the double or the maxi is similar to the single jig. This is correct.
It works the same.
Yeah.
But you can use the double or the maxi jig for larger batch production.
Okay, and if I have a production at a year by this type of cartridges, around about 3,000 or 4,000 cartridges at a year, so what would you like to recommend it? The maxi, the double, the single, or?
I would recommend the maxi one.
Okay.
Because I can work faster than with these two.
Yeah. Otherwise, we have also our autofillomat. See this in our other movie, how it works to refill in the autofillomat. And By the way, let us talk about the double and the maxi. Okay, it's similar to the single one, but you have a special design here. Can you show how it works, or why should you make a design looks like so?
Yeah. When I want to refill a couple of cartridges at one time, I can insert them as you have seen in the single jig, but for a quicker production, you have to move the jig like this, insert the cartridges, close the cap, and flip it back, and then you can refill.
Yeah, is this important that you have an angle of this one, because this is flat on the bench, and we have an angle?
Yes, the single one is very easy to handle in one hand, but if you have the double or the maxi one, this angle on the bench is very important to get the refill air bubble free.
Okay. Well, tell our customers why should they use a double or a maxi one?
For a larger batch production is one thing, or the next thing I can do is when I want to refill a complete series, like the big black one, the cyan, magenta and yellow, I can use one jig for each color.
Okay, so when we see here on the maxi jig, so can I put here in some different type of cartridges? So, or I have to put similar series like CLI 8 yellow. So I have one 364, one 521 and one 920 from HP, and 364 XL series. Fit they at one time in the maxi jig?
Yes, because at the maxi jig and at the double jig you will get the complete set of inserts and syringes 4 times or 2 times.
Okay.
So you can put your cartridges in as you want.
As a mix, so if I want to refill this 4 type of cartridges, so I can put it and fix it in the maxi.
That's
jig.
right.
Okay. Well, Björn, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And, thank you very much for your audience, and take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.